Map. Components of a map. The three main components of a map are: number 1, distance; number 2, direction; number 3, conventional signs or symbols. Distances. The space between two places is called distance. In our country, India, the system used to measure distances is called the metric system. According to it, long distances are measured in kilometers and short distances in meters. The distance shown on a map between any 2 points is measured in centimeters or inches. Thus, the distance between 2 cities or countries is measured in inches or centimeter on the map and then related to the road distance between those places as found on the earth. When the distance between any 2 places on a map is measured along a straight line, it is called the map distance. When the distance between the same 2 places is measured on the ground along a straight line, it is known as the ground distance. The ratio between the map distance and the ground distance is known as the scale of the map. Suppose the scale of a map is 1 centimeter ratio 10 kilometer. It means that a distance of 1 centimeter between 2 points on the map is equal to a distance of 10 kilometer between the same 2 places on the ground. Representing scale on a map. The scale on a map can be shown in the following ways. By a statement. In this method, the scale is given in words. For example, 1 centimeter is to 10 kilometer, or 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer. According to this statement, 1 centimeter is the map distance, while 10 kilometer is the corresponding ground distance. This is an easy method of representing distance. By a representative fraction. In this method, the ratio between the map distance and the ground distance is represented by a fraction whose numerator is always 1. This is known as the representative fraction or the RF method. It is also called numerical fraction. The RF is given as 1 upon 1 lakh. In this example, the numerator 1 is the map distance and the denominator 1 lakh represents the ground distance. Thus, RF is equal to map distance divided by ground distance. By a graphic or linear scale method. In this method, the map distance is shown with the help of a straight line. This line is further divided into parts called primary divisions. The first primary division is again subdivided into divisions called secondary divisions. There are 3 ways of representing the scale on a map. Number 1, by a statement. Number 2, by a representative fraction. RF is equal to 1 upon 1 lakh. Number 3, by linear scale. This scale is helpful in representing distances directly from the map. It also provides the values of the relevant ground distances. Directions. Representing directions on the map. Finding distance between 2 places on a map is not enough. We must know the actual direction of the places or cities in relation to each other. This directional relation must be represented on the map. The direction is represented on a map with the help of an arrow. The tip of the arrow is marked with the letter N. Letter N represents the north direction. This arrow is also known as the north line. Thus, the directions on the map are always shown with respect to the north direction. Therefore, if we know the north direction, the other directions, that is east, west and south, could easily be known. These 4 directions are known as cardinal directions. There are other intermediate directions too in between the 4 cardinal directions. If we know the 4 cardinal directions, these intermediate directions could easily be known. The direction between north and east is called northeast, that is NE. Likewise, the direction between south and east is known as southeast, that is SE. The direction between north and west is known as northwest, that is NW. Similarly, the direction between south and west is known as the southwest, that is SW. Finding the directions. For thousands of years, humans have been using the sun to find directions during the day. As we know, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. When we face the sun in the morning, we face the east while the west is towards our back. Our left hand points towards the north and our right hand points towards the south. We can know the direction at night with the help of the pole star. We have read it in chapter 1. The pole star is located vertically above the North Pole. When seen in the North Hemisphere, the Great Bear or Saptarishi constellation keeps moving around the pole star. The two pointer stars of this constellation always point towards the pole star. The pole star tells the north direction and thus other directions could easily be known. These methods were used by the ancient people. Thus, they could travel through great deserts and oceans at night without losing their sense of directions. During cloudy conditions, one could not use the sun or the pole star to find directions. So, mariners and sailors also used a device called magnetic compass to find directions. The needle of the magnetic compass always points towards the north-south direction. This compass is also called the mariner's compass. Conventional signs and symbols. The map that we use are very small in size and contain very less space. But we have to show a lot of information of a large area on a very small scale in a map. In order to solve this problem, different colors, symbols, signs and letters are used to show the information. A proper understanding of these signs and symbols is necessary to understand any information given on the map. There are many countries in the world. They mutually agreed upon the common use of signs, symbols and colors in the maps. For example, throughout the world, green color is used to show plains and blue color represents oceans and seas. Similarly, brown is used to show the mountains and yellow is used to show the plateaus. These signs and symbols are called conventional signs and symbols. Therefore, the information that we see on a map can be understood only when we know its language. It includes features like scale, directions, colors, signs, and symbols. Sketch. A sketch is a rough drawing which is drawn without using a scale or any conventional sign or symbol. Suppose your friend has invited you to his or her house for a dinner. He or she may make a rough drawing for you to reach his or her house. He or she will show in the drawing names of streets and roads and arrows to show where to turn. He or she will also show various landmarks like post office, cinema and hotel that will help you to find his or her house easily. Such a drawing is called a sketch. Plan. Engineers and constructors need to draw an accurate map of very small area like a house or a building complex. This is called a plan. Such maps help in the construction of the houses and buildings. Such layout maps contain minute details. For example, they show the length and breadth of each room, its height and the height and width of windows and doors, etc. Such accurate maps are called plans, which are always drawn according to a scale. The scale of a plan is different from the scale of a map. The map is drawn on a small scale, but the plan is drawn on a large scale. For example, 1 centimeter on a plan may represent 1 meter on the ground. Therefore, a plan shows a very small area of a place or a building in great detail.